Hi guys, so yes, I have cut a fringe. I'm still getting used to styling it. If you go back to like my old videos, I think probably like my first 2 or 3, I had a front fringe. I've had a front fringe probably for like 5 years, and then I got sick of it and I grew it out. And so now I have a fringe again, and yeah, I'm still getting used to styling it, and like I get really OCD over it, so I have like a brush right next to me. I'm going to keep checking to make sure it's not parting in the middle, because I've had my hair middle parted for so long, and now I've cut a fringe. My hair has to get like retrained to not part in the middle, so like it just slowly does that. And normally I hairspray it, but I'm not going to, because I'm just going to chuck it up after this video, because I can't be bothered for that. So I hope you guys like my hair. If you don't, I don't really care, to be honest, because I love it. I just have to get used to styling it again. And usually they say it takes about a week after you've had it cut. I only had it cut 2 or 3 days ago, so yeah. I'm just going to quickly pop in and make this video because I had the freakiest experience with Nathan on, not last night, the night before, so that would be Wednesday night. So we had been out for dinner, and normally like there's parking on my, like on the side that my unit is on of the road, if that makes sense. But on Wednesday night there wasn't, so we kind of had to go on the other side and a little bit further up from where I live. Not like heaps far, but just further up than normal. And it was probably about 9:30, 10 at night, so it was pretty dark. And my street doesn't have many street lights on it. Like if I have to walk home past like 8:30, I freak out and I think I'm gonna get raped or killed, because like there's probably, my street is really long and there's probably like 3 street lamps, if that, and they're really crap. So it's pretty dark. And we had just finished crossing the road, and I was walking ahead of Nathan, and I can't remember why. Like we hadn't had a fight or anything, I was just walking ahead of him. There was a reason that I was walking ahead of him. And we were kind of like halfway between just crossing the road and at my house, and I looked behind me to look at Nathan to like, I was gonna stop walking. I don't know, I feel weird when I have to like explain my actions because I don't know the reasons behind them. I just stopped walking and then looked behind me to look at him to say something or whatever. And I looked behind me and I looked at him, and I saw that there was a man like walking behind him. Now he wasn't like right up Nathan's ass, like he wasn't right behind him. But you know, it was like 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. It was really dark, and he was like walking a little bit too close for comfort. And I couldn't see ahead. Mind you, it was dark, so I didn't think anything of it at the time. All I could see was like a black top, black pants, and I could see an arm holding a cigarette, which is weird as well because I couldn't smell the cigarette. And which is weird, I couldn't smell it, and I couldn't hear footsteps now that I think back on it. But anyway, so there was this guy walking behind Nathan, and I was like, Nathan, walk a little bit faster. Like in my head I'm going, I don't want you to get killed. Like we were really close to my house, but having said that, I was just like, walk a little bit faster. And he was like, why? And then I sped up a little bit, and I was still walking in front of Nathan at this point, probably like 2 meters in front of him. And I kept turning around and looking at Nathan to make sure like this guy wasn't like slowly creeping up on him. And he was probably, the guy was probably about half a meter behind Nathan. So you get what I mean when I say it was just, you know, there's a whole fucking footpath. Do not walk right behind him, basically. And I was like, walk faster. And he saw that I kept looking behind me, but I wasn't looking at him. So Nathan turned around and didn't, he looked behind him and didn't do anything, and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, walk faster. This will happen in a span of like 10 seconds, mind you. So I'm like, here's me going, oh my God, we're gonna get killed. So my unit block, to get to the unit block, it's a semicircle, and it's like, you have to walk down steps, like it's below the road level, if that makes any sense. I hope it does. So I was ahead of Nathan, like I said, and I walked down the steps. There's only probably like 15 steps. I walked down them really fast and turned around and saw Nathan just coming to the first step to start walking down them, and there was no one behind him, and I was like, oh, that's weird. And then we got to like the stairwell to get into my block, my set of units where I live. And I was like, I said to him, I was like, I was telling you to walk faster because that guy was behind you. And he was like, what guy? And I literally said to Nathan, I was like, that's not funny. I was like, seriously, as if you didn't see him. Keep in mind, Nathan did turn around because, like I said, I kept turning around but not looking at Nathan, so it made Nathan turn around. And he was like, I didn't see anyone. And I was like, you turned around, he was right there, how did you not see him? And Nathan was like, I'm not kidding. And I was like, I was literally getting pissed off because I thought he was joking. And I was like, Nathan, it's not funny, like, stop. And he was like, I swear on my life I did not see anyone. So that really freaked me the fuck out, because I saw this guy. Now I think back on it, I didn't see a head. There might have been a head, but I didn't see a head. I just saw like a torso and legs and then an arm holding a cigarette. But I didn't hear footsteps or smell the cigarette, which is weird because I can smell cigarettes, obviously, anybody can. But yeah, so Nathan, I think just what makes it creepier is I could see him right behind Nathan, and Nathan turned around, and had he have actually been there, Nathan would have seen him. So I don't know what that was. It kind of reminds me of a story that happened to me. I've made a video on this before, but Mum and I were in the car. We were coming back from a suburb in Sydney called Newtown, and if you guys know Newtown or King Street in Newtown, you know it's just really long and there's a lot of like traffic lights and pedestrian crossings. Anyway, so we'd stopped at a set of lights to let, obviously, like, people, the lights are only there just for pedestrian crossings basically because it's a really fucking long street. So we had stopped to let people cross, and I remember Mum and I were talking about the couple that was crossing the road, because I can't remember why, they were really beautiful. Mum was like, oh my god, she's so beautiful, and I was like, yeah, I know. And she was like young, probably 20, and the guy she was with wasn't much older. But you know how you can just look at people and you know they're not the kind of people that have kids, like they just looked really glamorous, and I was like, okay, whatever. And they were kind of just starting to cross the road, and I saw a girl with a short brown bob cut with a front fringe, basically like my hair, but like cut off to like there, and she had like brown corduroy pants on, and I think from memory a stripy top, and she had like a loaf of bread and she was holding it over her shoulder. And I said to Mum, I was like, at first I didn't say anything because I thought she was with that couple, and then I was like, no, because the couple was walking ahead of her and wasn't really showing any like attention to her, if that makes sense, like they weren't looking at her or anything. And the girl was just starting to walk in front of our car, and I go to Mum, I was like, that's really weird, why is there a little girl that young walking by herself in Newtown? Like, I mean, I'm sure it's a safe area, but she looks like freaking 9 or something. And Mum was like, what girl? And I was like, the girl that's walking in front of our car right now. And Mum couldn't see her, and I was like, Mum, she's right there. And she was like, Courtney, I can't see anyone. And I literally thought she was a proper person. I just thought she was by herself. Reminds me of that. And in my unit block as well, my unit isn't like it's not like a concrete jungle, like there's grass and there's trees and there's bushes. I would show you, I would show it to you guys, but because it's so unique, it's probably pretty easy to find, and I don't want any creepy stalkers coming to find me, so I'm not going to do that. But basically there's a lot of trees and stuff, and Mum and I, ever since I can remember, we've always seen people, like, say this is a tree here, and the path actually is like behind the tree, and then the steps are here to go up onto the street. So you'll see like someone walking, and then once they get behind the bushes, you expect to see them come out the other side, and they don't. And the other morning, actually, my mum told me this after I told her the story of the man. She said that she had just finished taking the washing in, and she heard footsteps, well, taking the washing down, and the path is really, really small, so she heard footsteps like coming quite fast behind her. So once she got to where the opening is, where the path isn't that small, she kind of moved to the side a little bit, to expecting someone to walk around her. But the footsteps stayed behind her, and we go one way to go to our unit, and then the steps, like I said before, to get back up onto the road. And she heard the footsteps going up the steps to get onto the road, and she looked and there was no one there, but she could hear the footsteps. So I don't know what it is, I just think it's pretty creepy, but that thing actually scared the absolute bejesus out of me. Like, just the fact that I thought it was a legitimate person, I don't know. Also, you guys said that you want to start seeing like random vlogs, like just me sitting down and talking. One, I don't know what to talk about, and two, I wouldn't know what to call them. But if you guys have any like specific topics that you'd like me to discuss, or random questions or anything, leave them down below and I can totally do that. So I'm gonna go now because I'm hungry and I haven't eaten my lunch. Oh, hold on, jokes. So this is actually like a little haul as well. I went to Typo yesterday, and guys, they are selling the cutest freaking pillows for $5 each. I'm gonna show you the 3 that I got, I'm gonna clean my room now because it's an absolute shit fight. So yeah, I'm gonna put these on my bed. So they're $5 each. They're not really like comfortable, but I thought they'd be cute for like decoration. They're still in the plastic and I can't be bothered taking them out. So this is the first one. As you can see, it says love, and then it has the heart is the O. I think that's really cute. The next one, I really like this because it reminds me of Instagram, and I hope my camera's going to be able to pick it up. Keep in mind, guys, these were originally 20 bucks. I got 3 of these for $15, so yeah, it reminds me of Instagram because it's got like the Eiffel Tower, but then if you guys have the app called PicFX, you guys know that you can add the love hearts, and I don't know, it just reminded me of Instagram and I liked it. My room, I'll do a room tour one day. On the walls, it has like lots of things that says like love, and then like I have a canvas that's a love heart that the canvas is white, and then in the love heart is like some of the world's map, if that makes sense. I got it because it has Portugal in it and Nathan's Portuguese, so that's why I got that, in case you wanted to know. So I got this one, so cute, and then I got this one that's like, I think it's probably train stops or something. If you live in New York, you can tell me, but it says Times Square via Chinatown, Meatpacking District, Harlem, Hell's Kitchen, Gramercy Park, and Midtown. I don't know, but I thought it was cute and I just poked myself in the eye. So I just thought I'd show you those cute pillows that I got because I only got them yesterday. So if you live in Australia and you have a Typo near you, you should totally check it out. And see, my fringe is doing that parting thing. So yeah, I hope you guys like that little update, and like I said, leave random topics or anything you want me to talk about below and I'll totally do it, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.